So your book also touches on things like strategically eating and drinking and exercising as a way of improving your mental productivity and the way you feel. Can you tell us a little bit about how you explore this in your book?
Yeah, so I'll give one example that I think helps to bring it home. Exercise is something we typically think about as, well, if I exercise, maybe I'll live longer, or I'll probably lose weight, I'll look better, I'll be healthier. But this is all long-term stuff, right? That kind of theory about exercising, which is true, will lead you to do things like working out for an hour and a half twice a week at 8 p.m., right? So it's not that it's bad to do those things, but you would only get those long-term benefits from it. There's a different side to exercise, and there is a tremendous amount of research on this. It's quite reliable at this point. The acute effects of exercise. So within the next few hours, how's it going to affect me for the morning or for the whole day, right? For my work day, or if I work out in the middle of the day for the afternoon. So the way I like to say it is this: effectively, there is a reset button. If you run out of mental energy, if you're feeling bad, if you've, or maybe you're just not a morning person, or maybe you're just not an afternoon person, right? There is a reset button, and that's roughly 20 minutes of moderate exercise. Not killing it, not overdoing it. That actually has negative consequences ultimately, not negative, but diminishing returns at least, and sometimes less than what you would get compared to moderate exercise. Moderate exercise would be working up a little bit of a sweat, not enough where, you're just completely overworked, but 45 minutes of a brisk walk, 10 minutes up and down the stairs, if you don't do stairs that often, right? Or 20 minutes of a jog. That will very reliably reduce anxiety and allow you to focus. Essentially letting you be present and let the things go that don't matter, right? To be able to think clearly. So I make it actually strategically a part of my preparation whenever I'm doing an important presentation, for example, right? Is that I make sure I exercise. If I'm traveling and there's no other way to do it, I'll jog in place in my hotel room for 15 minutes because I know how important that is for me to be able to show up and really be at my best. So we can start using it that way. And one thing that happens as a consequence is that you're probably more likely to exercise every day if you're using it as a tool for the day, right? You might exercise for a shorter amount of time, but you're probably going to be doing it more frequently.
And the same goes with what you're eating and how much caffeine you drink.
Exactly. We can use food and caffeine these ways. Caffeine does seem to really help people focus and give that good feeling, but there's some interesting things to know is that your dose matters and everyone's different. So if you go beyond your dose, you're not getting more benefits. It's actually going to get in the way. And if you want the good feeling to last with caffeine, actually have it with some fats. Put some cream in that coffee or some of that coconut oil or something, right? That actually is likely to make those effects last longer. And with food, it's really all about stable blood sugar. So eating smaller meals. If you really need to, be present and think clearly throughout the day, try taking your lunch and just breaking it into 2 parts and eating it a couple hours apart, right? Or, have things that are not just bread, right? Have things the things that will lead to stable blood sugar should help you actually really maintain good performance.